Hey guys, Melissa Amos, Sapphire Ambassador, and I want to talk to you a little bit today about what motivates you. What motivates you? What gets you out of bed in the morning? What gets you going with your business? What makes you go to work? What makes you come home? What makes you get excited about seeing your kids? What makes you get excited about spending your time with your husband? What makes you excited about doing anything that you do? What motivates you? What motivates you when it's hard? Do we ask ourselves that enough? What motivates you when it's hard? What keeps you going? What makes you want to finish? What makes you want to live life well? Those are the things I want to ask you today. And I hope it's okay, but I'm going to be a little bit vulnerable today with you. So a couple of weeks ago, as some of you may know, I got to go to Jewels of Excellence training in Arizona. And I cannot tell you guys how amazing that was, but I went just kind of semi-defeated. I'll be honest. Yes, I've reached the level of Jewel, and that should be enough. But I wanted more, and it was taking so long. It was taking long for me to get to diamond. It may be taking some of you a long time to get to gold. It may be taking some of you a long time to get to silver. It may be taking you, maybe some of you have been sitting at Ruby or Senior Ruby for 2 years. I don't know where you are in your business, but maybe you're just in that place where you feel a little defeated and you're like, why do I keep going? I mean, this is getting hard. I mean, why don't I want to really work? Like, I want to work my business, but I don't want to work my business. You know, what is it going to take to get me motivated again? And that's kind of what I was asking myself. I was going through the motions. I was working my business. I was still adding people. I was still getting new customers. And I felt okay, but I just felt somewhat defeated. I wanted that momentum back. But guys, what I had to realize was that I had to reevaluate me. I had to reevaluate what motivated me, and I had to stop just checking the boxes because that's what I was doing. I was checking the boxes about posting on my team page. I was checking the boxes about checking in with my team members and my customers and my wholesale ambassadors. I was checking the boxes and I didn't have that fire in me, and I needed that reboot, if you know what I mean. So maybe some of you today are looking for that reboot. So here's what I want you to do, and I know you've heard this so many times, and you're probably gonna roll your eyes at me when I say this, but I want you to reevaluate your why. And this time, I don't want you to do it the easy way. I want you to dig deep. Some of you don't want to admit your real why because you think it's selfish. Some of you probably have what you consider a selfish why. But let me tell you right now, and let me give you the freedom in thinking, it is not selfish. If it's for you, or if it's something like you feel like maybe self-serving, it is not selfish. It is okay for you to do things and want things for yourself. So I went to Arizona thinking that my why was I was going to retire my husband and I was going to, help us be financially free, which is part of my why. But guys, that wasn't my why. That wasn't my real why. And when I dug deep, I found it. So let me tell you really quick my why in 30 seconds or less, because I want you guys to understand where I'm coming from. I came from a home where there was a lot of addiction from my dad, and there was a lot of kind of rumbling in the community maybe that we shouldn't be anything. And because what we were dealing with at home and because of what our situation was, we really weren't set up for success. Anybody identify with me here? And so I always had it in the back of my mind that I could try to make something out of myself, but truly I wasn't going to be successful because of where I had come from. A lot of you may feel like that. And guys, let me just tell you right now, that is why I want to be successful. I want to be successful because people told me I couldn't be. People, I had so many people in my life that told me I could be. My mom always told me I could be successful. She always believed in me. I had siblings that always believed in me. My dad, even through his addiction, believed in me. And I had people that believed in me, but I knew, we lived in small town Alabama, and I heard what people would say. And I want to be successful because I want to break that chain. I want people to see me not from where I came from, but from what I am now. Guys, that's not selfish. It's not selfish to want that for yourself. It's not selfish for you to want to show your kids that. It's not selfish for you to want to feel like you are a part of something that's so much bigger than you. And that's what I want. Because of that, part of my why is I want to help retire my husband. I want to go on great vacations with my kids. I want to help us get to financial freedom, something that we didn't get to experience growing up. We didn't get to go on great vacations. We didn't get to experience financial freedom. And because of that, I want to give that to my kids, and I want to help my husband achieve those things. I want to be successful for so many reasons, but I want to finish it. And I don't want to quit ever. And that is what motivates me every day. So I want you to dig deep. Ask yourself, not what would your future look like, or what would those people, or those people in your life, how would they be affected if you did succeed? But I want you to ask yourself, how would they be affected if you don't? How would they be affected if you quit? How would they be affected if you just gave it half your effort from here on out and you didn't really achieve that dream that you know deep down you really want to achieve? Ask yourself that today. And guys, I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you to write it down. It doesn't have to be a long story. It doesn't have to be anything too in-depth, but I want you to write it down. And I want you to put it somewhere right in front of you, wherever your workspace is, guys. Even if it's on your refrigerator. Mine is in front of me on my desk upstairs in my bonus room where I have my office. And it's written down, and it's right there in front of me. And at the bottom it says, I cannot quit. I will not give up. I will be successful. Because that's my dream. And that's what I want my kids to see. And that's what I want to experience. Because it's going to affect so many poor people than just me. But at the root of it, I really want to feel that. So guys, what's your why? It's so much bigger than you. You just got to write it down.